Alan Yusufzadeh here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to land a Cessna 170. Again, I'm not a flight instructor. This is just stuff I've learned in schools as well as stuff I've learned along the way. First of all, tailwheel is very different than a tricycle configuration gear, so today we'll cover the 3-point landings, we'll cover wheel landing, and we'll go over power off 180s as well. So, let's go fly. Alright, so let's go ahead and talk about the different types of landings for a tailwheel configuration aircraft. So, different from a tricycle gear, you have several different types of landing techniques, some being 3-point landing where all 3 tires touch at the same time, and the other method, which is kind of counterintuitive, is landing on the front 2 tires, which is a wheelie landing. Alright, so we're on a downwind leg right now for Compton, and we'll be doing a 3-point landing, so this is one where all 3 tires will touch at the same time. Compton traffic 4595 Charlie train, left base 25 left, Compton traffic. So on this aircraft I'll typically pitch between 70 and 80 miles per hour indicated, and just follow that down and then make any minor corrections as I'm flying through on final. I'll only be using 20 degrees of flaps for this first landing, which will be a 3-point landing. Compton traffic 4595 Charlie train, final 25 left. Alright, so our flaps are good, mixture is good, car beat's coming on, and we've got airport in sight. And just holding that picture all the way down. Tap our brakes, make sure that we've got brake pressure, and bringing that nose up slowly into the 3-point configuration and holding it right there, letting your touchdown at all 3 tires at the same time. Compton traffic 4595 Charlie, clear of active. Again, I'm not trying to make it a short landing or anything, just showing you the typical configurations of 3-point, just holding it off and let the airspeed bleed and let the aircraft come down on its own. Alright, so we're getting ready to depart from Compton again and do another pattern work, and I'll make this one a power off 180. So with power off 180, what you go through in flight school is that you go through all the different types of maneuvers and things that can go wrong. And power off 180 is where you lost an engine and you're over an airfield and you're trying to land. So we bring the power to idle and we glide this aircraft all the way down to landing. So I'll walk you guys through that. Mixture's coming in, making sure we're ready for takeoff. Compton traffic Cessna 4595 Charlie is departing Compton at 25 left close traffic, Compton traffic. Okay, we're clear for takeoff, clear on the left, clear on the right. Power coming in. $40 miles an hour, speed's alive, get that tail off the ground. And let's go ahead and bring in a notch of flaps and pop her off the ground. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and climb up to 1,000 feet. And once we're about midfield from the airport, I'll bring the power to idle, and we're going to glide this thing all the way down to a landing. So here we are at 1,000 feet, I'll level off and simulate what engine failure would look like. So again, bring that power to idle, and we're going to pitch for our best glide, which on this aircraft is about 72 miles an hour. And going through our checklist by memory, I got the mixture in, my fuel is on both. I have my key here, simulated click, nothing is starting, and if I had more time, I'll take out my checklist. Luckily for us, the airport is right next to us, so let's go ahead and bring this aircraft to landing. Compton traffic 4595 Charlie is doing a short approach for 25 left, Compton traffic. Putting the aircraft into a slip, and making sure that the airspeed is not getting too low. Compton traffic 95 Charlie, short final 25 left. Once we got that runway made, we start adding our flaps. Go ahead and slip it down more, all the way down to the ground. Bring in a notch of flaps. Bring in a second notch of flaps. And make this a wheel landing as well. Now the thing with wheel landings is that it's kind of counterintuitive because once you land, you actually push the nose of the aircraft forward. And that's just to keep it on its wheels, on the front wheels, as you're sort of just popping a wheelie down that runway. Compton traffic 4595 Charlie is clear of active. Alright, so that's what a typical power off 180 looks like. So again, run through your checklist if you've got time. We were already on a downwind, went through the checklist by memory. If I had more time, I would have taken out the checklist, gone through all the actions to try to get the aircraft started again. get down, put it into a slip to line up with that runway, and once we have the runway made, then we can adjust for flaps and everything. Now on a Cessna 170, or on most Cessnas actually, you really want to avoid doing slips with flaps in there. And that's to avoid something called a tail stall, where you can actually stall the tail of the aircraft where there's not enough wind going over it, and the aircraft will pitch to a severe nose down attitude. And that's why you see on Cessna 172s, they don't have the 40-degree notch flaps anymore. That's really to avoid that as much as possible, as well as a placard that says avoid slips at full flaps. Common traffic 4595 Charlie, departing 25 left crossing departure, Torrance common traffic. Right, we're looking on the left, looking on the right, we're clear for takeoff, no one's in the pattern, and we'll be departing on a left crossing departure and heading back to Torrance. I've already picked up the ATIS at Torrance, we've got Tango, making our mixtures in, putting that throttle up. Alrighty, 40 miles an hour, speed's alive, bring that tail up. And add the flaps just to pop her off the ground, holding her in ground effect. Alright, so we're leveled up at 1600, we'll be flying over the midfield of Torrance Airport and then joining a left downwind for 29 left.
November 95 Charlie, your descent's approved, Cessna's departing now, you can turn base your discretion, runway 29 or left, clear to land.
29 left, clear to land, thanks, 95 Charlie.
Hotel, your descent's approved, and I'll call your base.
Now, one of the things you need to learn is that not every landing will be a perfect landing. You have to be able to make any minor corrections. So for instance, if I bounce off the ground again, I have to be able to either go around, which is always in your back pocket, or be able to recover from that if you've got plenty of runway left and you're not in too bad of a situation. But remember that go around is always an option, and always be able to do that.